Imagine standing on a dusty plain, heart pounding, sword trembling in your hand. Before you lies an empire that has conquered nations without mercy, the mighty Persians. Behind you, your home, your family, your freedom, everything you love. One mistake, and all of Greece, like all of Western civilization, could vanish before history even begins. This is not just a battle. This is the Battle of Marathon. And today, we dive deep into the day ordinary farmers, potters, and craftsmen defied the world's greatest empire and changed the course of humanity forever. Welcome back to the History, where we bring forgotten battles roaring back to life. If you love epic history and the power of untold stories, don't forget to hit subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss a journey like this one. Origins and Rise. It's the year 490 BC. The Persian Empire, under King Darius the Great, was unstoppable, swallowing lands from Egypt to India. But the Greeks, fierce and fragmented, had dared to insult Persia by supporting rebellious colonies. Now Darius was out for blood. He wanted revenge and submission. Landing on the shores of Marathon with a massive force, the Persians expected an easy victory. Their army was larger, better equipped, and battle-hardened. In Athens, panic reigned. Should they surrender and survive, or resist and face annihilation? Yet, amid the fear, the Athenians chose something extraordinary. They chose to fight. The call to arms and heroic stand. No standing army. No time for drills. The Athenians gathered every able-bodied man. Farmers, potters, blacksmiths, merchants. They knew the odds. They knew death was likely. But freedom was worth every risk. They marched to Marathon around 10,000 strong. There they met their unlikely allies. 1,000 warriors from tiny Plataea, a neighboring city that knew the cost of Persian domination. The battle itself. The Greeks had one chance. They formed a tight phalanx formation, shields locked, spears bristling like a wall of iron. When the Persians advanced, the Greeks did the unthinkable. They charged, running the distance between the armies to close the deadly gap of Persian archers. The shock was total. The Persians, expecting a defensive stand, were overwhelmed by the ferocity. In the center, the Greek lines bent. But the wings held strong, then flanked the Persians on both sides. Chaos exploded. Persian soldiers broke ranks, retreating in terror to their ships. By the time it ended, around 6,400 Persians lay dead. The Greeks? Only 192, a staggering victory against impossible odds. Aftermath and legacy. The Battle of Marathon wasn't just a victory, it was a message. A message that freedom, even against the greatest odds, was worth fighting and dying for. The legend says that a messenger named Phidippides ran all the way from Marathon to Athens, nearly 26 miles, to deliver the news, "We have won," before collapsing and dying. That run gave birth to the modern marathon race we know today, but its true legacy lies deeper. Had the Athenians fallen, democracy might have died in its cradle. Western philosophy, art, and science, all of it could have been extinguished before it had a chance to bloom. Conclusion. Sometimes the greatest battles are not won by numbers or even by strength. They're won by spirit, by belief, and by a stubborn refusal to kneel. The Battle of Marathon was not just Greece's victory, it was a victory for all free people yet to come.